So we're here in Las Vegas, of all places. Could you imagine that? I'm Nina. I'm a yoga teacher and have been a yoga teacher here in town since 2011. And I've had the privilege to create this little video. As you can see around us, there's a lot going on. I've lived here since I was 5, so that's 30 years of watching this city grow. And you could only imagine yoga in Las Vegas, a Buddhist monk coming into Las Vegas. How does this work? So our topic today is choosing loving kindness in the midst of chaos. So I've had that battle myself, and every day it's a continuous practice. My name is Nina, and here is Bhante Sujatha. And we're coming here to this particular point. We thought it was the best spot to choose to talk about this topic. So Bhante, would you care to introduce yourself real quick and maybe share something about yourself as we go?
Yes, thank you everybody. Thank you, Nina. I know I'm middle of the Las Vegas trip now, and it's a craziest, funny and beautiful place. Last many years I'm coming to Las Vegas and teach meditation and doing retreats, and all my followers and practice with me, and I think last 10 to 12 years I'm coming to Las Vegas.
Yes,
So
yes.
I feel like home now. Because sometimes when I'm coming to Las Vegas, all these people asking, oh my God, you are going to Las Vegas. You know, Buddhist monk going to Las Vegas? Then I'm always asking, why not? Nothing wrong with that.
No, I think it's a great space for you to come to.
Right, exactly, yeah. So that's, today I'm here for some teaching this week, and I have a couple of other activities to do. Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Perfect. So with that said, getting back to our topic of using love and kindness in the midst of chaos, how would you describe love and kindness? What does that mean to you, and how do you utilize that?
So when we hear the word, Nina, loving kindness, it is so sweet. We feel in our heart that word. But same time, it is so difficult to practice, right? It's a beautiful word, but very difficult to practice. But I think people want to practice loving kindness, but they don't know where to start, what to do. So my teaching, actually it is not my teaching, the Buddha's teaching, but I am doing it now, name of the Buddha. We have to start loving kindness within ourselves. So every day I am telling people, if you know how to love yourself, it is easier for you to love others. Without loving self, how difficult to love other people. So always I am reminding people what is the most important practice in our spiritual journey. Understand about our own life, loving ourselves no matter what.
Most definitely, very similar to the philosophy of yoga, where if the journey starts with ourselves, right? And I feel that it's a continual practice that every day we get up, we have to say, okay, let me be kind to other people, let me love myself so that we can live this path of life.
Yeah, I have other interesting thought came to my mind. People always trying to change the world, and with love and compassion, people are talking about those practices highly. But I'm always thinking, if you don't know what is happening inside you, how you are going to do something to other people, helping the world. Then I am thinking, if you can figuring out your inner self, nothing to do for the world. It is a natural reaction, being yourself with love.
Yes, definitely, because I feel that constantly we're trying to please other people.
Right, exactly.
So when you think of chaos, and because of what you're saying, it's within yourself. So are we dealing with that love and kindness, that chaos, that mixture within ourselves? Not necessarily all of this that surrounds us, right? So when you are teaching people about love and kindness and the journey within themselves, what are some of the tools that they could use to be able to live through this chaos?
So in the beginning of the loving kindness, I'm always suggesting to people use words, right? Words are a powerful tool we all have, but sometimes words are so limited. But these limited, powerful tools we can use in the beginning of our loving kindness practice. You can say, I am well, I am happy, I am peaceful. When you repeating those 3 words, it is not powerful in the beginning. Then we have to put intention into it, what it means. You understand word by word what it means. Every day when you are repeating those 3 words, you understand what it means. Then after longer period of time when you are repeating those 3 words, then you are getting better with that. Then it becomes so natural in your system. So then that loving kindness come to your whole body, not only your mind. Then that loving kindness, you are radiant to the world with your smile, with your eyes, when you are touching somebody, with your words, and then you become loving kindness, right? You know,
Yes.
then your life and the world, we cannot separate. Loving kindness become one.
I think
That is my experience.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and I definitely agree with you that when I met Bhante Sujatha over 10 years ago and learned that I am well, I am happy, I am peaceful, I could still hear his voice in my head all these years. And yes, it was incredible in the beginning. Even though the meditation was powerful, it was very incredible because I still carry those words with me.
Right.
So yes, I concur. Those words are very, very powerful. But I also think of the people that live here in Las Vegas know Las Vegas, right? But the people that are not from Las Vegas look at Las Vegas
Vegas.
as just this,
Right.
right? Like there's no life beyond this.
Right, exactly.
So they may wonder about us.
Uh-huh.
How do we deal with life because of that? Maybe some of us stay away from here.
Right.
But you're saying that it is the words and it is something that's practiced within.
I think it's a really good question you raise. I think that's the problem in the mind. So when you see something wrong here, I know there are so many negative things happening anywhere in the world, not only Las Vegas. Right now, if you are reading and the newspapers or watching TV, you can see something negative happen anywhere in the world. It can be a Buddhist country or so many good people living in that country or not. Always good and bad happening in the world. So if people are complaining the problem with Las Vegas, I think Las Vegas is not the problem. Problem is human mind. If you can process yourself, who you are, what you are doing, if you have your own limits to where you have to stand. I feel for myself last 12 years, I think more than 12 years I'm coming to Las Vegas for teaching. Sometimes people asking, oh my God, I cannot believe you are going to Las Vegas. What is the purpose? I'm always thinking there is a purpose. There are so many people waiting to receive something good. So when I come to Las Vegas, I don't feel distracted. As I said to my friend today, I feel energized. I feel all the activities going on. I can observe myself. I can see different people with a different costume, different lifestyle. I think if you really want to understand your own mind, you can check yourself in a chaos. I think weak-minded people always running from the chaos and looking for peace. But wherever you go with your distracted mind. So that means problem exists.
Yes, yes. I think I was reading the other day and there was this quote that said, you are your teacher.
Yeah.
And no matter where you go, you are your best teacher.
Right.
But as you were saying previous, sometimes we run away. We feel that because it's chaotic on the outside, we match ourselves on the inside.
Right.
We don't know any more than that. So by you coming here, now it's somebody that has the practice and can show us that.
Right.
So what are some other simple tools that we can show people that no matter where they are, they can find that love and kindness?
Yeah, this is what I am always suggesting to people. Understand how to read your own mind. Don't try to read somebody's minds. So now I am walking on the street today for this program. I can see different things. I can see beautiful people. I can see so many things happening. Lots of activities going on. Lots of excitement here in this city. But then I was thinking to myself, even lots of excitement around this city going on, how calm my mind is. I can see things, I can feel things, I can hear things, but still I am who I am. Right? So that means if you try to understand your own mind, on your loving kindness practice or mindfulness practice or your spirituality, wherever you are, world is so beautiful. That means every place you are, you can enjoy. What I am asking people, if you want to check your practice, please come to Las Vegas.
A great way to practice and check yourself.
If you really want to test yourself,
yeah,
this is the place.
It is.
You know, I am every time last 12 years when I come here, I think I am testing myself.
Yeah.
I can see growth. I can see my spiritual journey is developing.
How interesting.
It's very interesting for me. That's how I learn. I don't know, it will affect into all other people, I don't know that. But it is perfectly affecting to me, my spiritual journey. Otherwise, I think what people are trying, Nina, for my experience, people are trying to escape from the activities and the world and find the peaceful place.
Yes.
There is no peaceful places in the world, but we can have peaceful mind in chaos world. That's how I see it.
Yes, and that's a beautiful way to see it, because yes, you're right. People are always looking on the outside.
Right.
Maybe if I get away and go on vacation, I'll find that peace within myself. But as soon as they come back, because there is no practice, they are skipping it. Then they go right back to the way they were.
Right, exactly.
So we suggest to people that they need to have a practice.
Yes.
That there needs to be some sort of steps that they take for themselves.
Yeah. So what I am suggesting to people, wherever you are, that is the place for you. If you have weak mind, I totally understand. Once in a while you have to have a break, you have to have a retreat, you have to go for a vacation and think to yourself and come back to the real world. But when we are escaping from the reality, when you go to that calm, quiet place, we feel so peaceful. Then we are thinking we are enlightened. But right after you return to Las Vegas, if you see you are not, that means there's an issue with your practice.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel that every day I get up, I always say to myself, today is going to be a wonderful day. I do my best to plant the seed and think to myself, this is going to be a new journey, and what obstacles or what teachings will I find to learn more about myself.
Right.
Because through myself, then I'm learning about other people. So it's very interesting. It's not something that I give up. I'm never giving up. I'm constantly learning. And I think in our Western society, we want that instant gratification. And because of that, we're wanting to skip the work. We think that we could find it like that. We download an application and that's the answer. And if it doesn't work right away, then I must be doing something wrong.
Right.
So I feel the influence or people seeking that it's not very complicated. It's something very simple. It just needs the dedication of doing it. Like you see it when you come here or when we go elsewhere or we come down to the strip. It gives us an opportunity to learn again.
So I have something to tell you. Long years ago, first time I moved to Chicago, right? So the first time I went to the downtown Chicago at night.
Oh wow.
And so being a monk in a traditional background so many years, I was thinking I am the perfect monk in the whole world. That's what I was thinking in my head. Right after I go to Chicago downtown, not busy like Las Vegas, I realized I am not. So that means I felt lots of distraction in my mind. So now I'm so grateful for my practice and my noble friendship and my teachers and masters who helped me throughout those years. So in that day, I made the determination, the way I don't say what I did in my monk life is wrong. It is helpful what I did. But I have to change my attitude, my nature of my practice in the real world, not isolated places. So then I was processing myself. If I can manage my own mind, any situation, Chaos, Las Vegas or Chicago, any other places, I can be myself and I can keep my mind as a monk, I'm very successful. After I come here, if I fail, that means my practice is not going well.
I see.
Yeah. So first time when I moved into Chicago, I saw that excitement in my mind. Now I am not excited when I come to Las Vegas or going to a busy different places. I am so mindful about that feeling. But still I am not perfect, but more aware about myself now. I think it's helping me a lot.
Yes.
I think that's the one reason people like me, because easily I can be wherever I am with people.
You're very adaptable.
Adaptable, that's the word.
Adaptable.
Because I know who I am, I know where is my limits, I don't go beyond my limits, but I'm here. Still I'm a monk.
Yes.
Middle of the Las Vegas Strip.
I think sometimes we have a lot of expectations
Right,
of
exactly.
ourselves is what it is. Like when you went into that situation and you said to yourself, I'm the most amazing monk there
Right,
is,
right.
or along those lines, right?
Right.
And then you quickly realize, no, there's something else to be
Right,
learned.
exactly.
Yeah, there's something else. Would it be safe to say that keeping an open mind
Yes.
and loving yourself and being kind to yourself,
kind to
it
yourself.
really is
So
where
if
it lies?
you know while you are practicing, even middle of these chaos, like Las Vegas, you have to be very honest to yourself. If you see something distracting, no need to hide it to yourself, no need to even scream to the whole world, I'm distracted, but you have to be honest to yourself. Right now in this present moment, my mind was distracted, I am aware about it. I think that is the beauty of the practice. Does it make sense?
It definitely makes sense. It definitely makes sense. Of all the places that you've been in the world, because you do travel quite a bit, when you come to Las Vegas, are the people different?
So I can see the diversity here. People are so friendly. For example, yesterday I was walking in the evening for my exercise. Everybody was smiling and talking to me and say hi, and I never seen other cities like that. Right?
Really?
Yeah. People are very friendly. They didn't looking at me differently. I'm an outsider. They are kind of welcoming me. Something beautiful. I can see people are more open-minded in Las Vegas. The way I understand, my experience, and also I can see, as everybody think, Las Vegas is a distractive place for so many people. Lots of distractive people. Why? Here in this city, lots of excitement, activities, and easily, if you are weak-minded person, you can get into the trouble.
Sin City,
Sin
of course.
City, we call Sin City, right? And so what I'm thinking, if you start to do your practice every day, you can change those attitudes. So when I come here, I can help more people because lots of distractive people here. So sometime couple of time I met a couple of prostitutes and showgirls, and people who are working in this community, they need help, they need loving kindness, they need compassion. Every time when I'm talking to those kind of people, I'm always thinking about the Buddha's life. During the Buddha's time, those people came to the Buddha to learn the lesson about life. Some prostitutes, some women became Buddhist nuns. Finally, they found their spiritual journey. So that means this teaching, this mindfulness, loving kindness, wisdom of the Buddha, we can apply anywhere in the world or any situation, any life matters. That's how I see it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what they do or where they're from.
Right.
Then that's beautiful.
Right.
That's wonderful. It is incredible and welcoming everyone, because I think in this world sometimes we have trouble with that. As you were saying, when you came here, people don't look at you different.
Right,
they're
no.
very diverse, they're very open-minded, so they're willing to receive. So it is a great place to come
and also
and
they
do
are
it.
looking at me because I'm wearing the robe.
Yeah.
Because I think when they are looking at me, I don't see it is a big difference because I'm different. The way I dress is different. When people see me, they directly sometimes come to me, oh, you are a Buddhist monk. what you're doing here in Las Vegas Strip? Then I say, I'm monkeying around. So it's so, fun. People come and talk to me. I met so many strangers and they start to come to meditation, and it's interesting place.
It is a very interesting place,
Yeah.
having lived here since I was 5, so a long, long time. Other than using the positive words, I am well, I am happy, I am peaceful, sometimes people go into a situation that may be chaotic and they get very overwhelmed,
Right.
and maybe they haven't been on this journey, but maybe they're just starting. So they haven't had that test over and over again, just example test,
Right.
but maybe it's a lesson.
Right.
What would you recommend to those people that may be tempted to go into some sort of bad habit, or they do walk into a situation in their home or someone else's home where they feel challenged?
Yeah. I think if your mind is weak, first you have to understand who you are, your mind. No need to make it correct right away, but you have to understand who you are. Your mind is weak or not. If you really feel Las Vegas is not the place for you to live, coming here, I always suggesting you can go walk away from this kind of chaos and find a peaceful place. That means we call the training, but it is not a practice. It is a training. So then train yourself, how to train your mind, how to live there. Then after being there period of time, then I'm asking people to come back where you were and test yourself. If you are weak again, keep going back. That's why I said in the beginning, for me to coming here is not a big deal. Living here, not a big deal. But if I live same place every day, maybe I don't like it. I think that's a human nature. Makes sense, right?
Yes,
It's a human
no, it
nature.
definitely
So
makes sense.
it is totally okay to escape if you want to. But why? Then you have to have a purpose for the escaping. Why this escaping I'm doing? Because I want to train myself a little bit more outside of the chaos.
So what I understand, what you're recommending is if somebody comes into a chaotic situation and they've just started this journey of love and kindness, that maybe, yes, leave the situation, have that escape, work on it, get to know yourself, love yourself, but test yourself,
Right.
come back
Come back and test
to make yourself stronger.
Right.
in the
Otherwise, if you are
situation.
thinking being that training place, then what will happen to many people, even many spiritual leaders, monks, nuns, everybody, they go and train themselves those places, then they feel, now feel so good, I'm enlightened human being, this is the perfect place for me. Then they are attached into the place and the person, whoever people are there teaching. Then once in a while they cannot live in those places, because now think about, for you are originally from Las Vegas, right? So now you are living here. Once in a while you, for example, you get distracted, then you are going for the training session, so a retreat. Then you feel, I cannot live there forever, my parents are here, my family is here, I have to come back. After you come back, you can check yourself how you are doing.
Yes,
So it's still this problem is the same.
right?
Whatever you did there is not enough.
Yes. Yes,
Right?
you're right.
Right.
You're
Or
definitely
you
right.
are attaching to those moments of temporary happiness over there. I call the temporary happiness, because then you are believing that happiness is forever,
Yeah.
but it is not forever.
No. It's a vacation for the mind, I
Right.
think.
If you can maintain your happiness without distracting in middle of Las Vegas Strip, I think you are enlightened.
Yeah.